much fuss, though.
You want answers?
Boss Cowboy.
You can't handle the truth.
Bring real back. He be speaking his mind. Need the cash pronto. Throw interception like Romo.
Boss Cowboy.
You want answers?
Where your voice matters.
Run it up.
You can't handle the truth.
Run it up.
Remember to like and subscribe.
Yes, indeed, man. What's up with it, bro?
Yo, what's up with it, man? What up? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You sound like you're underwater a little bit.
Oh, man. It changed, or is that better now?
No, you still a little off. Check your check the default microphone for yourself. I think you switched it to the computer mic by mistake.
It sure did.
I could tell because it sounded like you're far away.
All right. That's it?
That's it. There you go. You back.
I knew it. So we got a lot of work, bro. We got a lot of work to talk about. Obviously excited about this, man. Evidence over groupthink. You driving, bro. You driving. So I'm gonna let y'all know we got some potential things we can talk about today. Dealing with the OG in the house, man, Mr. AKOYE Media himself. First of all, y'all give a brother a hand clap, man. OG in the building. All right, so oh man, my camera off and everything, man. It's one of them days.
As soon as you switched on, everything defaulted, I think.
So
you still on here somewhere.
Easy fix, man. Easy fix. I see what happened. Boom. I should be back right now.
There you go.
All right.
Sharp thumbtack.
All right. So the biggest talk has been kind of like this Murray Logan thing. We can kind of go there.
Right.
I definitely want to talk to you myself, just kind of pick your brain over some topics I think you'll be fantastic at. I think some people got things that they just kind of flow in this space. You're an evidence guy. You flow in that. You very, very demonstrate guy. I think you're the best at that.
I appreciate that.
In terms of like really honing in the details and illustrating via film. And then you have people that also, I would say, are strong and kind of ideal coaching candidates. As we kind of getting into this discussion with Eberflus, I want to talk to you about that. I think you and Sky are great at that. Those are two things I think y'all flow well at. And then I want to talk to you about this defensive future.
Let's go.
We might get to that. But first, you driving, bro. How you want to kick it out? Film or what?
I mean, we could start off just kind of teeing up. Let me preface this because a lot of people think that I'm trying to argue that Murray's an all-pro or a Pro Bowler or something. And, nothing could be further from the truth. I don't think anything along the lines of that. I think Murray is average, right? I think he's above average in coverage, but overall, he's an average linebacker. But there's, like I said to you in the backstage, man, it's like, can you cue the music? I can hear the music going on. Can we turn the music down a little bit?
Yeah,
my bad. It's jazzy though. I mean, it's nice, but I can hear it louder than I can hear myself. But anyway, they think that I'm talking like he a Pro Bowler or like I'm saying that he's the best player on the team or something. That's nothing could be further from the truth. But when I'm arguing on his behalf, is because I broke him down. Like I said to you before, I broke him down when we got him, right? Before he came to the team. So most people come to me for that. They say, hey, well, who's this player? What can we do with him? How will we use him? So before the season, a lot of Titans fans, a lot of Chargers fans were like, oh, no, he trash. So the Cowboy Nation already had their mind set on him being trash, right? And after the first game of the season, the Eagles game, everybody came to me. They started sending me comments asking me or telling me about Murray as if he had a bad game. I didn't even follow him in the game in the live broadcast. I just said, all right, well, let me go back and make sure I pay attention to what he was doing specifically because people try to hold me accountable based off of what I broke down prior to him coming to the team. No different than any other player, right? But so every time he does something or doesn't do something, they call me or they say, "Hey, what's your boy doing?" He's not my boy. I just broke him down and I said, based off of what I saw, this is what I think he'll be doing for us, which he's doing. And these are the things he does well. These are the good and bad, ugly on any player. I do that. But the reason you see so much of it when it comes to weekly content is not because I just feel like talking about Murray all day. It's because every week somebody says something that is either inaccurate or slanted against them, and then they ask me what I think of it. So if you give me a clip of somebody or just a half of a clip and say, hey, or half of a play and say, hey, this is him being trash, I'm going to go look at everything that person did, and I'm going to decide from there what he did or didn't do. And usually, other than maybe the Denver game and probably like 2 other games I could think of where he was like, everybody was just bad, right? But usually it's nowhere near as bad as people try to make it out to be. And that is like, to me, when you starting to scapegoat a guy. And I don't have a problem if you just say, look, I'm a tough judge. Like a lot of people are like tough judges of players and they got a high standard. I don't know what they basing this linebacker standard on though, because we haven't had a high level of linebacker play here for a while. So to me, this group of linebackers is a breath of fresh air because we actually have linebackers to work with. Obviously, we can get better, but we have linebackers finally. We haven't had any. We haven't been this deep at linebacker in 8 years. When I say that, people are like, oh my God, LVE. And so I'm like, come on, man. So the arguments that's been going back and forth are due to the fact that people keep bringing the argument back to me as if they're trying to disprove what I'm saying with one blooper or one highlight rather than the body of work from that particular game. So each week I go and look at the game that they're, pointing at. And this week in particular, it's the play that we all talked about where Ham ran for that touchdown.
Yeah, and I can pull that up.
Murray was in the middle of a gap exchange when that happened. And as a result, they got scored on, but it wasn't Murray's gap, nor was it his assignment. And I have to say that whether it's the Detroit game, whatever game we're talking about, I have to say that almost every week. And it's getting to a point where I'm doing more defending the guy than I am doing film work for everybody else. I can't even get to other players because, my timeline is Murray. It's Murray. Before that, it was Mozzie, right? And I'm like, okay, even with the Mozzie conversation, that came from, obviously me predicting that he would be drafted. So again, he was forever tied to me. And I just said, all right, well, look, I'm going to evaluate the guy. And I evaluated him last year. I thought that he ended the season strong. And this season, I wanted him to get a fair shake in regards to, starting or not. But obviously, I don't say anything about him anymore because why would I complain we got Quinn Williams? You know what I mean? I'm not complaining about defensive tackle anymore or Mozzie if the answer is we get rid of him and keep Quinn Williams. I'm all for that. But yeah, that's the touchdown right there. So this is the Ham touchdown right here. Boom.
But what's amazing about this, AKOYE, is the fact that so many people were just so loud that he was wrong. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is really kind of getting to the point of evidence over groupthink. And I mean, you somebody that to me I wish was bigger and that I'm wanting to be bigger because you've
been rooting for me too, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
the boss always giving me the motivational pep talks like, man, you're not doing what you're supposed to do with life, man. You always call me, tell you be grinding me up, man. But I'll be needing that though, because usually it gets me to come back to film because I had really left it alone for a while until you called me and start coming at me about this. So I do appreciate that. And a lot of people don't know how hard you go in behind the scenes to make sure everybody in the community who you bang with anyway are on point and doing what they're supposed to do. Like you'll definitely call me and hold me accountable. So I appreciate that.
The same here, bro. Like, that's what we go always do. We go agree, disagree. We go do all of that. It's all for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But this evidence of a group thing, bro, that's to me the big thing because it's something that's just not popular now. It's something that people almost like they don't care about facts. You see what I'm saying? Right. It's almost like a lot of people are stuck into wanting to be right versus letting the film really take you to where the truth is. Because I want to say one thing about, I know AKOYE and I, we a lot of times come to the same conclusions without talking because we do a lot of film work.
Right.
So like we wasn't over here just saying Mozzie was a world beater, but we was saying what we saying with Murray. He's not what the angry mob is saying he is.
Right.
And it's one of those things, if we distracted with the wrong, to me, if we distracted with the wrong discussions and competition, we kind of leave holes in rooms for places that needed that discussion, like corner.
Right. And that's another thing that that's what ticks me up. Those are the guys I want to be evaluating. We skip over corner almost every week. And I'm talking about every week there's something in the secondary, something going on in the secondary that make you scratch your head, man. This week we had Carson 15 yards off the ball, and there wasn't even really a real move from Addison to get behind him. He just literally ran right at him. Carson stayed flat and got out of his break late, out of his pedal late, and gave up 10 yards of cushion after the fact. Got burnt by 10 yards after giving up 15 yards of cushion. So that's a net 25 yards of ass whooping that he allowed Addison to gain on him without doing anything.
The number,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, number 3.
And for 58 yards at that. So to not talk about that being one of the worst plays in the game, and we talk about this one.
Yeah. And we're talking about Kenneth and Logan.
Yeah, and even Logan neither one of them did anything bad in the game. The front seven is all about results, in my opinion.
Right.
They're a unit.
Right.
So if you're not giving up yards or touchdowns,
why are we complaining?
Why am I talking about it if nothing happened? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
it don't even make sense to me. Where was the problem happening? It wasn't on the ground. We played, honestly, if you don't know the outcome of the game, and you don't know where we scored or how we got scored on, you wouldn't think that we lost the game when you watch the way they looked against the run. When you watch just the run, you'd be like, damn, we were dominant against the run. But it was the pass coverage that was the issue. So to ignore that every week is crazy, because you're not going to address your problems. And it's to the point where you even have, analysts and journalists asking questions based off the things we're saying when they go in front of Jerry, when they go in front of Schottenheimer and so on. They're asking questions about, like, why is Murray starting? Why is that the question going into this week when we got Caleb Carson starting and Diggs not? Why aren't we focused on these types of things? You know what I mean? Why are we worried about whether Murray is starting or not, as if he was the problem? We keep making him the problem, and I think it's partially because of lack of depth and understanding for what he's doing. So that part I'm here to educate. But the other half of it is a real issue, because I think the other half of it is we have players that we either like as content creators and analysts, or players that we think are untouchable, like Micah Parsons. When he was here, nobody wanted to criticize him, right? Because they want to land either a dream interview with the guy, or they just like the guy. And I like certain players too. I like Osa Odigizua a lot. If you look at the college film that I broke down of him, I loved Osa coming out of college, right? And I like Osa now. But that doesn't mean Osa's not playing bad in spots, right? Especially when they're 4-down lineman sets. He does not hold up well against the run at all in those sets. He's only good so far this season in the 5-2 versus the run. Now, if I say that about a guy that I like, I'll say that about a guy that I don't like just as fast. And I obviously don't have a problem with Osa, other than the fact that, those plays are happening. But I don't hear anybody speaking on it. Nobody talks about the players that are, like, even on that play that you just showed. I just watched Kenny Clark get pulled by the back of the helmet to the ground, right? And when he did, nobody spoke on it. We don't got to pull it back up. We can pull. You can cue that up. We can jump right into the film. Let's go.
You wanted to go back to that film I just pulled up?
Whose gap is that? That's what I was asking. Like, you can see whose gap this is. That's Clark. Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams' gap. That's where he ran. Nobody said either one of their names, right? Because they're the popular players of the two. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna say it,
and most people don't know the assignment in the gap.
Now let me ask you: if that was Mozzie or if that was Mozzie and Quentin Williams' position, or Mozzie and Kenny Clark's position, would they say that? What would they be saying right now? What would they be saying?
I think most people think that's good.
It would be
football.
trashing
Because he blew him up off the ball, but it's not about just blowing people up. You gotta share.
No, he got when he blew him up, he got held in the back. He grabbed the back of his helmet. See right there, boom.
Yeah.
He held his head down so he couldn't lift his head up and make a play. That was just smart headsy play by the lineman. That's
I mean, he knew the play. Yeah, smart. It was smart.
Yeah, it was smart. He got beat, but he made so that Kenny Clark couldn't make the play regardless.
Right. Yeah.
So I respect that.
Yeah. That's heads up. Very heads up. Good eyes by you too.
For sure. See, look, he said, ain't no way this dude trying to take up for Murray, dog.
Yeah,
let's go. Let's go. Let's pull the film up because it's not a take up. The film will take up for me. I don't have to do nothing. Let's go. So last night, for those who were up there, man, we did a hell of a session, man. We did a lot of training day, I call it. But we did a lot of Q&A, right? But right from the rip, let me see. I got this one. So right from the rip, you can see this is the first play of the game, and I put the yards up here for you because people who said, you could say actually who just said something about me talking about Murray, Ike Jr. You tell me what type of game Kenneth Murray had in this game versus Minnesota before we even start. You can go ahead and put it in the chat. You know what I mean? Let me know what type of game you think he had because I know you're going to say bad. Most people said that last night too. And then when we watched the film, it's like, where are the plays? If a person plays bad, I got to see the reps where he's doing that. And you don't see that in this game. So, you tell me how you think he played and then we go from there.
And while we waiting on you to answer, this is why this channel and AKOYE's channel is different. And I think people need to learn to appreciate people that literally stop and take the time to show you. This is a rare thing in the space and in sports now. I'm gonna just tell everybody what AKOYE does and what I do.
Perfect. He said he had the same game he'd been having for 4 weeks. And so that means you ain't watched it. Excuse me. You haven't watched anything for weeks. But let's go. All right, let's go. Let's go because he didn't. But anyway, this is the first play of the game.
And before you go, what we trying to help people not get caught up in is groupthink. Because that's what's happening to a lot of people. It's an echo chamber. Y'all hear it over and over.
So you believe it.
You believe it. Now, it is some plays that Murray missed, but it's not as bad. That's what we trying to show you. Go ahead, AKOYE.
Now, the reason you see plays here that Murray isn't on the field is for 2 reasons. One, he didn't play that many snaps this game versus the run. He only played like 12 snaps versus the run. Okay. And then 2 is to show you that I didn't cherry pick anything. So I'm putting every run snap that's not a scramble or not an insignificant run. Yeah. Every significant run snap is here. Right. Every last one of them. Right. So you can't say I missed one.
You're not cherry picking, right?
Yeah, there is no
highlighting, low lighting,
nothing. And I'm showing pattern recognition as well because there's a pattern to how these linebackers were asked to play in this particular game, and it changes game to game. But they were all scraping in this particular game. They were scraping or doing what you call gap exchanging or run stunts. Those who don't know what a run stunt is, I'll go into that, or what a gap exchange is. It's a way to disrupt a blocking scheme. So if you have a blocking assignment pre-snap and you say, hey, you tell the lineman he has to reach this linebacker for whatever reason, right? And at the snap, so you know how we have like a pre-snap read for a quarterback and a post-snap read for a quarterback? Yeah. There's a pre-snap read for a lineman and a post-snap read and adjustment for a lineman as well. So if I'm lined up as a linebacker and a defensive lineman pre-snap, and the guard and the tackle has a certain assignment based off of where I am pre-snap, post-snap, if I run what we call a gap exchange or a run stunt or a run blitz, right? I'm going to be in a different place post-snap, and so is this lineman that's in front of me. We're going to exchange our gaps to confuse the blocking assignment of the offense, okay? When you see that happen, that is not the linebacker jumping out of his gap. That is him getting to the gap that he's exchanging with the man in front of him. That is football one-on-one. That happens all day, every day. And you'll see how common it is now that you know what it is. And when I show you what it is, you'll see how common it is in this
trying
game.
to set you up to see the pattern of it. So he's basically saying that Murray is doing what he's supposed to do. That's what he set you up to see.
Correct. So let's go. I'm playing. Boom. So right here you see Kenny Clark, destroys the guy in front of him. They used that against him on that touchdown. That's why I showed that to you, because he got upfield that first time.
Right.
The next time he did that, they pulled his head down. He couldn't make the play.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They used his aggression against him the next time.
Yeah. Hey man, good eyes by you, bro. Real talk. The details on it.
They're all taught, and you saw that both of them did this. Both Logan Wilson and Demo did the same thing. Get to your gap. So they both got to their initial gap, which is their front side of the play. And then they flow to the ball after that. Get to your big gap, find the football. That's it. That's linebacker play one-on-one. Get to your gap and find the ball. But again, I put the yards in here too, so you can see, there's no yards being given up on some of these plays that they're saying are even bad by either one of them.
Right.
Logan Wilson had an okay game. Demo had a good game, in my opinion. And Murray had an average game. He wasn't in the game long enough to do anything good or bad. You know what I'm saying? He just wasn't there. So I didn't have a problem with that. But you see here, Morris Leafau got shielded off here, right? And Quentin Williams is going to do a great job of just diving and catching Mason's ankle. Murray didn't get an opportunity to make this tackle, obviously, but he was in good position. He shedded his block. He was in his gap. Shedded his block, and he ran to go, make this play. Couldn't make the play. Boom. We'd like him to get more depth, meaning gain more ground, but he only gave up 6 yards. So I'm not mad at that if you only get 6 yards on the play. If someone messes up on a particular play, they got to be yards to
Hey, do you remember the down and distance on that? I mean,
down and distance on that one, I don't.
Okay,
but I can tell you, we want to know real quick. You want to know?
I do.
Want me to go get it?
Because that's
All right,
that's
hold on a second.
situational, and I'm gonna fight you on this stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the antagonist.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the
Don't be
antagonist.
easy on me, man. I don't even. I don't
mean,
even- I don't need it.
We go put on a
Hold
honest
on. I'm gonna
cross.
tell you it's down and distance right now. Hold on a second.
All right.
That was the 6 yard? It was a 6 yarder.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I ain't gonna do this again, bro. On my back.
Hold on.
I got you digging.
You're
Losing the
good.
fly.
Yeah, I'm digging. I'm looking for the 6 yard
Hey,
run.
man, don't worry about it, bro.
I don't know where it is.
Keep
I don't know
cooking,
where.
keep cooking. Let's
Oh,
keep-
yes, I do. I see it.
Okay.
I see it. This isn't the one with Bland tackling those. It was
No, don't worry about it, bro. Let's
hold
keep-
on. No, hold on. I'm gonna find it.
You was cooking.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I don't see a 6 yard run. I don't see the 6 or 7 yard run on here.
Don't worry about it.
Maybe it was
Keep cooking.
shorter than that. Oh, it was only 2 yards he made. I gave him 6. No, this ain't that play, is it?
Nah, man, I got you in you gotta find it, Mo. Don't try to
Yeah, I gotta find it more.
Let it go. Let it go.
But anyway, long story short, we don't need that one.
Yeah,
but
we-
anyway, on this particular play, you see that Bland comes down. He squeezes the C gap, so he's gonna force the cut from Mason back inside. We can press play on this right here. Boom.
Yeah.
He's gonna force the cut to Mason back inside. This is Morris Leafau and Quentin Williams making this play. I'm just showing you like the
Every
front
running
seven.
play, yeah.
The front seven
Was doing the
playing
job.
great up front. Like
Right,
there's so many 1 yard, 2 yard gains in this game. It was crazy.
So in
Mr.
other words,
Darius
like,
gets
why is
blessed.
we making Wilson and Murray the crisis when the front seven doing their
Front
job?
seven was fine. Now this is what Murray was doing on that touchdown, right?
Mhm.
This play is this flipped. It's the opposite side, but
With
what
the
he's
same
running, what
assignment.
you call a gap exchange, and I'm gonna show y'all what that is. The man in front of him, I think that's Thomas, I believe, Solomon Thomas. Watch where Solomon Thomas crashes on this particular play. All right, let's watch what he does on this play. Solomon Thomas crashes inside, right? So now where's Murray's gap? Murray's gap was the A gap, right? Solomon Thomas just crashed into the A gap. You see that?
Mhm.
So now he must exchange and take Thomas's gap, which is the B, which is
Right.
why he flashes in his gap. That is a gap exchange.
Right.
Okay, that happens all day long. So when he crashes inside, Murray's job is to play off his hip because he has to play the grass off of his hip, and that's what he's doing. Boom. He makes a play for 1 yard. Nobody talked about this play, but I'm like, all right, he made the play for 1 yard there. And then when he does this same, they just countered us real well because when he does this same thing on that touchdown play, He did it to the opposite side, and they scored because they ran away from him. But hold on, keep going. All right, so this is just me explaining what gap exchanges are. So you see the defensive linemen are all pinching. So when they're pinching, that means they're breaking inside in their release off the line of scrimmage. Okay, and as a result of that, the outside linebackers or the safeties or the corners, whatever alignment you're in, whatever sub packages you're in, if you're in the base formation like they are here, it's your linebackers that are going to do it. If you're in like a nickel look and you have a safety in the box, it may be Wilson out here gap exchanging. But a gap exchange is when your line, like you see here, boom, they coordinate like a stunt versus the run. Okay, that was not Morris Leofold jumping out of position. That was him getting into position to contain, so that Zaraku can crash into the B gap successfully. And if you think that's wrong, look at them doing it on the other side. Fowler and Demo are doing the exact same thing. Okay, crash and contain, crash and scrape. People call it different things, but it's just simply put a gap exchange or a run stunt. That's all it is. Okay, and this happens so often in this game. This is the way Eberflus chooses to stop the runs on the edge, because now that he wasn't doing these all year. Sometimes he's playing straight up. And when I say straight up, meaning the defensive end, his job would be to see gap earlier in the season. Once we got Quinnen Williams, we started doing these gap exchanges on the edges, because we know that teams want to bounce to the edge. They don't want to run up the middle on us, because there's Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark in there, and Osa when you're running that 5-2.
So Okoye, check this out, just real quick. I ain't mean to cut you off. We just kind of talking through it with you.
Go ahead.
The other side, what I'm almost certain what the other side is thinking is that Murray doesn't make plays and that he's trash. So, because you built the case, if people really paying attention, is that assignment wise, he's doing what he's supposed to do. One, two, the front is playing because it's a unit assignment, not a man assignment. Correct. So that's the case that he's built up so far.
Right. All right, so we can show the rest of this, right? Yeah. And then after I show this, because again, I just was showing that he didn't play bad in this game. He didn't play great in this game either, because he wasn't asked to do much in this game. But if you want me to show you him making plays, I got plenty of film of him doing that too. This, so we can do both. However you do it.
Let's do both. And
let me show what a gap exchange is first, so we can get that off of him. Let me keep going now. I'm gonna drive that home. Let me get to it real quick. This is the touchdown play. Same thing that you saw earlier. Remember this?
Yeah.
There's a gap exchange.
Yep.
So remember, this is a gap exchange, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So same thing you saw earlier, you're going to see again right now. This time, you remember last time it was Thomas and Murray opposite side of the field. Now they flipped it. They're doing the same thing he just did when he got that 1 yard tackle, except they did it to the other side of the field. That's it. So before the ball, you notice the ball is not handed off yet, right?
Yeah.
Where is Murray going?
He's still going to his gap.
He's running full speed to this gap, because this is a run blitz or a gap exchange.
Yep.
He's not asked to read anything. He's asked to get to where he's supposed to be and get there fast, because they're daring you to do what you don't want to do usually if you're Minnesota, which is run at Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark. Eberflus was trying to make them either play front side, and they won doing it, but usually you don't win running at Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams. So that's what they forced them to do. They said they're either going to run at them or you're going to bounce it out, and then Murray will be there for the cleanup. But that's why there's only one linebacker on the field, because they were hoping that these two would be able to pinch the A gap and close this up, so that he would have to bounce it out left or right. If you look to the right, as Araku's crashing on that side. If you look to the left, Murray's supposed to be over there. So they were supposed to meet him in either gap when he went to cut it back. But he can run straight up field, because they just made that number 75 made a hezzy play by pulling Kenny Clark's head down. And then 76 sealed Quinnen Williams by hitting him in the back right here. There was no way he makes this play. So
and bro, hold on real quick. Listen, y'all, we got to do this, because I know what I just witnessed. First of all, what you just witnessed, honestly, man, is a master class at basically hitting the gavel and saying case dismissed, goddamn it. Okoye is not guilty of being a Maury bopper, bro. That's
No,
ridiculous.
never that.
Let me explain the whole case that just happened.
Right.
So what just happened is he first showed you that how Clark being aggressive set up that touchdown play, which showed great adjustment by Minnesota. He also showed you multiple times, multiple gap exchanges, showing you that Murray leading up to that was always doing, and the front was always doing.
They're doing the gap exchange right now. Wilson's doing one right now with Ezra Rocker. You see Ezra Rocker's crashing inside.
Yeah.
Where is Wilson going? Logan Wilson to the right. Where's he going? He's going right into Ezra Rocker's gap.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He also said Demo had a bad game. All the linebackers played bad. Demo missed 3 tackles that resulted in to like 9 yards total. But every one that he missed was like a tackle like this, where he made the play even though he missed the tackle.
Right.
Like this one right here. He made the play by plugging that gap and made it so that he had to run right into Clowney, and Clowney just finished it off. But the front seven played a good game. These are gap exchanges, folks. Once again, same thing. Watch where the linebackers go on this play. Just watch.
Yeah, it's case closed.
Case closed. Same thing. But now I'm gonna show you, because y'all said he don't make plays.
There we
I
go.
understand that end of the argument too, right? So I'm gonna show you him making plays. I'm gonna start with the first game of the season, because this is the reason people started talking trash to me.
Hold on, before you show him making plays.
I like all that. But put this one in him right here, man. The second one, that second video.
What's the name of it?
Let me see. It's KMJ22. Yep, this one right here. Boom. All right, I'm gonna go to the beginning of this. This was the first play of the game, and this is what showed me. Well, I said this when we got him anyway, how we're going to use him. But this showed me where his value was, because you can see Dallas Goedert is going to come across this formation. This is a one-man route. Everybody, their job on this play was to ISO him on Dallas Goedert after a play action and try to sneak out Dallas Goedert around the edge and hope that he would miss his tackle. Because think about this: if Kenneth Murray doesn't pick this up and misses this tackle, think about how big this play is. He catches the ball on this play, but had he caught that ball and Kenneth Murray misses that tackle, look at how much space there is between him and everybody else. There's nothing else there, right? I started showing here. This isn't just a solely Kenneth Murray breakdown, so you'll see some Sanborn in here. You'll see some other things, but Kenneth Murray's a part of it. You know what I'm saying? But both of those guys, Kenneth Murray and Clark, got blocked off, and they were trying to ISO Sanborn in that particular play. So let me just get to Kenneth Murray plays so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's get to Kenneth Murray's. That's a cleanup. That's him playing well. All right. This was a bad rep, and I put this out here, and I showed why, right? So Kenneth Murray right now is reading his man. He's reading the screen, okay? He's not looking at Dotson. He's looking at Goddard because he knows that he has to shed Goddard. He doesn't think that Dotson's about to hit him short. Like Dotson stopped short and hit him spinning around. That's a bad rep, but I put that in there as a bad rep. So someone sent me that rep for the first game of the season and said this dude is trash. That's how we started this whole talk track for this year. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, this is what caused you to have a deep dive analysis every week, because how this whole thing happened is your film breakdown in the offseason of what he did in his stops.
Correct.
Then caused you to be a target for like kind of naysayers, right? And people that was betting against him, and then that just kind of kept you on the track of tracking his play.
Yep. Now, this is where it got good to me. When I was watching him in his run fits, I said, all right, you know, he's found wanting. There's some things that he can do in the run game, I'm not going to lie. But when I started watching what he was doing in the pass game, I said, I don't know that many linebackers that could do this. I mean, I don't understand that. Like you can name the linebackers that you can see ever line up at nickel where he is right now and cover Smitty on their own and then make the tackle. We have Caleb Carson, who I've seen miss plays like this routinely. You know what I'm saying? We have corners who can't make these types of plays. You know what I'm saying? So for a linebacker to even be asked or trusted to do it already says a lot. but for him to do it and do it well, like this is an A+ play right here. But nobody brings these plays up, because to bring them up, you gotta now erase the other bullshit that you said he was trash on, right? So let's look at this. Look at this. Watch this. He's in press coverage against Smitty, not against AJ.
Yeah, that's athlete on stiff.
And he's in his hip pocket the whole route.
Yeah.
And then now if he just does that, that's already a B play right there. Just being there. But to make the tackle in space after that by yourself
against Smitty,
crazy. It's crazy.
Let me pause. Let me pause real quick and kind of explain that, because from how they used to scheme that when I was in college, they used to call that athlete on stiff. That was automatic big win for the offense. That's D. Smith versus Murray. Like, a lot of people still might knock that, but it's like, bro, athletically, that is impressive.
Crazy. That's ridiculous, right? But if that was one time in the game, I would say, all right. I mean, maybe he got lucky, right? It's the same game. All right. Now he in the slot again, this time against Dallas Goedert. He's getting assignments that corners get. These are assignments that corners get. You don't ask linebackers to do this type of stuff. And when we held them to 16 yards and 22 yards, if you pay attention to who's actually covering,
again, bro. Hold on.
we held AJ to 16 yards, and we held the other one at like 6. So they had like 22 yards combined between the two of them, right? But when you watch, we gave the credit to the corners. We gave the credit to Trayvon and the Bland in this game, right? Who is covering them in this game? Kenneth Murray is covering the wide receivers in this game. And that was crazy. And each time you see Hurts scramble is because they got a mismatch. What Eberflus was trying to do was force a mismatch. So he was saying, this is how he's using Kenneth Murray. If I put a linebacker on a wide receiver, I know where the quarterback's eyes is going to go post snap first. Every time I'm controlling his first read by putting Kenneth Murray where I want him, right? Now they stare down Kenneth Murray almost every time because they're trying to wait for something to bust open. And each time he has to hold the ball. Now this is him versus Dallas Goedert.
Which mean he was covering.
Correct. So he's in position right now, right? Boom. Still covering him. No space. What happens with Hurts? Hurts couldn't get the read that he wanted. He ran.
Right.
Why did he scramble in that play? Because
he lost. Yeah.
Again,
basically because Goddard lost the rep on Murray. So
correct.
You want a plus when you get a tight end versus a middle linebacker. That still categorizes an athlete on the stiff.
Look at this. So here he's in the slot against Dotson, right? Boom. So he presses Dotson and then he slides up into the he does a buzz coverage against AJ right behind him. So boom, he covers both on this play. Boom, right? So I'm like, all right, each coverage assignment that I saw him, and he moves really well and he keeps it so that he made it so that Hurts had to keep holding the ball. What did Hurts do in that play? Scramble the ball.
Yeah.
Scramble again. This time he's on Smitty, and this is a bunch coverage release, right? He's on Smitty, finds him in space, hugs it. Hurts is looking right through him and Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert's double teamed, and he's on Smitty. He wants that mismatch. He's waiting for the mismatch to break open. Nothing. He gets ran out of bounds because the coverage is holding up. So each time I saw that, I look at a player and look at their impact on the game, not their stats. He hasn't gotten a stat for any of those plays so far. You know what I'm saying? Now, even here, he's playing AJ right now, forcing Hurts to throw underneath and then going to make the tackle after the fact. You know what I'm saying? These plays are plays that he's not going to get credit for, but they're plays that the coach understands the impact of his assignment on these particular plays. And this is not one play. This is like 10 plays I've seen him do this game.
Let me be the other side.
Again, in space, Dallas Goedert.
Yeah.
He covered him, tackled in space. There's no help. Go ahead. Keep
the
going.
athlete on stiff. So to me, case closed. I mean, period.
Well,
I will say this. I will say this though, because I know you go dig even deep into this work. You did massive amount of work. The thing that I would want to is this Logan Wilson versus Murray. That's the thing. This is what people are basically saying in a nutshell, is that your defense will be way better if you just pull the Band-Aid off and start Logan Wilson.
Well, they think that, but Logan Wilson can't do these things that they're asking him to do in coverage. He's better versus the run than Kenneth Murray is, for sure. Won't argue that. but in obvious pass situation, he is not. So to act like that, you're not watching these reps. That's why you don't understand why Kenneth Murray even gets playtime. He's out there because of his coverage ability, and he has uncanny ability to get in and out of breaks for a linebacker that's 245 pounds. Here he is on the outright. Every time you see where Hurts' eyes is, they're at Kenneth Murray first every time. And what happens every time in this game? Because he's covering his man successfully. He's on his man. Every time he does that, every time they try to take advantage of those mismatches, he scrambled every time. And he's going to get a sack on one of them as well. But here he is again in the slot. This is not a fluke. He did this the whole game. I don't know linebackers that can cover Smitty by themselves all game. So you got Smitty covered one-on-one by Kenneth Murray. He runs out to the perimeter, makes the tackle on the check down. This play here, everybody showed me this play and said, oh, man, this is Saquon Barkley.
That's Saquon open
space. He got caught by Saquon on a stiff arm on that play. Boom. That's the worst play they had for me other than that screen pass. So those two plays.
And that's Saquon in space, bro. Saquon
I'm in here because this is a full game. This is his game. This is what happened in the game. Again, he rolled out to the right this time. Watch this play. So they're trying to set him up for a dig route, right? Him and Sanborn played this perfectly. He widens out to take the seam away. So just doing that, most linebackers can't recover from this because he's toe-to-toe with Smitty right now. So to be able to drive on that dig, some corners can't do this. You know what I'm saying? To be able to drive on that dig and still stay with him and forced Hurts to keep the ball. Watch Hurts' eyes. Hurts is watching this. He's looking for this dig route, but he's holding the ball. And because you see, he's still staring it down.
That's crazy, bro.
Because he's staring that down.
It's obvious, too. You're right. That's the exact matchup that he was looking for.
He wanted that all day. And because he was staring that down, he got himself sacked. Rest in peace, Nealon. But Nealon got that sack. Not because Nealon did a great move in the pass rush. It's because it was a coverage sack, and he just made a good move.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was me showing Sanborn getting held. That wasn't anything from Kenneth Murray. I think I got one more bad rep from Kenneth Murray in here. Let me see. That was all from the run. You could put the other video in. You could put the other one in.
Before we do the other video, I do want to get some other topics in. We're gonna do the video.
Go ahead before we do the last one.
We'll get it. We're gonna get a talk break real quick. Mm-hmm. Cause we handled this one already. Evidence of a group thing. Now, and that's what he doing. He giving you evidence. It's
all you need.
Now it's not gonna be appreciated by some. It's just what it is. Some people, when they got their mind made up, you can't convince them. It's just what it is.
I'm not here to convince nobody either. I don't care what nobody believes. It's just when we put something out, or if I put something out, just know if I'm out here, for the long haul. Up until 2 days ago, I was doing this for free. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even monetized. So because I got demonetized, and I didn't care. I still was putting out film all year, right? So if I'm taking the time to do it, it's not because I'm a fan of a player. It's because I just like watching film. So if I take the time to say it to you, I'm not saying it with an agenda. I have no agenda other than
I've studied it. Yeah, I just studied it. And then sometimes the studies come out different than what's popular. And that's what happens a lot. Correct. It happens a lot. Believe it or not, sometimes people do have agendas, y'all. And just sometimes people just don't do the work. But they say it anyway, and they'll be more popular than AKOYE. And so what happened is it'll just roll. It'll become the new gospel.
And then I seem crazy when I correct it.
You correct it, right?
Yeah, no, it's not that.
It's not that. No,
it's not my intention to even go against the grain. I'm not trying to create controversy at all.
You just going where the evidence is.
Half the time, I'm not even countering an argument. It's like you guys send me something on Twitter or TikTok or somewhere and say, "Look at this." And I say, "Oh damn, let me go watch the film." I go watch the film, then I say, "Well, look at this. This is what's happening here." Because I'm assuming that people are sending it to me because they want to know. Yeah. If some who are sending it do want to know, but people who see the reaction, they just assume that I'm putting it out here to defend something that I'm not even watching to defend. I don't know what's being said about me or any other player because I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I put the film out and they think it's a counter to something. It's not a counter. It's just the truth. The truth don't need no explanation. And it don't need no tee up or no introduction or nothing. It is what it is. But nobody has to agree with anything I'm saying though. I don't mind that.
I say this, man, to some people it's sport. That's what it really is. It's they want to mind wrestle with you or me, right? And it's like you don't have that agenda. I don't have that agenda. We not. It's just what the film took us to. That's it.
Right.
It's opposite of what they're saying. That's it.
That's
it's
it.
simple. It's
And
opposite of what they're saying.
if you refute what I'm saying, I'm the one and only I don't got a problem saying, yo, bro, I was dead wrong. Damn, that's crazy. I'll say it right to you.
Yeah.
And we can do whatever live every time. So
That's
if I'm
the
wrong
thing
about
right
a play,
there,
I
bro.
say, yo, what plays am I wrong about?
Right.
I ask the fans that, like, what plays should I be looking for then? Or
Right.
what game? Because
Right.
I need to know what you're calling trash, and then I can go look at that. And if I see it, I see it. I'm gonna say it. I want to put one play up here because I want to show one play. I gotta remove something from the I'm gonna remove that first
Out of evidence.
video.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add one play. I gotta show you him versus the Raiders because I need to show this one play. I'm not gonna show it all because I don't want to get a strike.
Man, no, bro, I don't want to do it because if you show that play it ain't clean, bro. Because I
It's
know
one play.
it's no play. No, because see, if you show that play, we ain't gonna get paid on this stream, bro.
All right, it's your stream. I'm gonna leave it off, but I'm gonna put it up. It's on my channel right now, but it's a play. Just go back and watch. Google or go on YouTube and watch.
Hold on,
play.
Before you do it, then let's do this. We got to get a bag some kind of way. Hold on, real quick.
All right, well, do the super chat thing.
Let's do this, bro. Damn. If we show this damn play, Okoye, bro, listen, let me tell you what's getting ready to happen, bro. For one damn play, because it's not edited, they gonna strike all the money off this stream, bro.
Yeah, they are.
And that's what Okoye wants to do to show you the facts.
Yeah, I do that every time too.
Listen, I say fuck, I know. Because they don't listen, bro. You already showed enough. Like, no, we don't
They
need
be like, no, don't
else.
do it. I was like, all right, I'm already paid. It's all right, man.
Yeah, no, I'm like, no, we got money flowing right now, bro. We ain't even have to ask it for no super chats based on the work you just did.
Right, let's go.
Let's go. But hey, we'll throw this out here anyway, man. If anybody want to throw something at us,
it's gonna be so short. I don't think they're gonna get you.
Man, I'm going. They gonna get us, dog.
All right,
they get us every time. I do it. Let's get the people to donate then.
Get them to donate first, then I'll go in.
Go the extra mile. Y'all gotta go the extra mile. It's just as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Listen, I ain't trying to be the televangelist. I ain't trying to be the person to try to get you. We ain't gonna send you no handkerchief and no oil and no blessing magnet. You know, we just gonna be able to continue to do this work. So let me throw up my boy super chat real quick, because he the one that's driving, okay, and he the one that's making the case very heavily, and I think he just kind of proving it in terms of with the film. So that's his Cash App. So let's make sure we rock that. Anybody that want to throw, some significant money in there, please do it. I'm talking $50 up.
I feel like it's church on Sunday. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, bro. Listen. We need about 10 people to give $5. We need about 20 people to give $2. You hear me? You hear me?
I like you. I'm about to bring you on every show. Like, yo, boss, get him.
You gonna have a bag.
We interrupt this regularly scheduled program to bring you. You know what I mean? Boss man, about to get this money. Let's get this.
You hear me? Listen, man. Listen, because I ain't ashamed to ask for the sale, and that's what we got to do.
See what I'm saying? Now, this right here, bro. This is why I be coming at y'all, right? Bro, you gotta be lying, bro.
Hold on real quick. Is it that same dude, bro?
He just said, no, it's a new boy. He said he just got here. Okay, he said, I seen him out of position, looking confused a lot, and lost last game. There is no way you saw that. Ain't no way you seen that, bro. You lying. Because he wasn't in the game. He was only in the game 12 snaps. I showed them all, and he wasn't confused on not one of them. So I don't know what you're talking about. And you don't.
This is what I tell you to do.
No way you saw that.
Whaley 757. This is what I would say.
Just be saying shit.
This is what I would say, dude, bro. Like Okoye did a whole breakdown. If you just walked in, where he super proved that they was running gap exchanges, not even just Murray, all the linebackers. He paints it so picture. I mean, so clear. I guarantee you can get your 10-year-old to sit down beside you and explain it back to you what a gap exchange is.
100%.
I promise you that's how detailed.
No way.
So if you can actually look at him showing all those reps and then still blame Murray and stick to your position, okay, bro, then we can't help you. You know what I'm saying?
There's no
But
way
see,
you stick.
we only showing y'all this for truth and evidence, man.
Right.
Because our goal is to basically free y'all. That's what we can I be honest? That's what we trying to do, bro. We trying to free your fucking minds, bro. We trying to get out, we trying to get people out of just going with the crowd type shit, bro.
Right.
And respect people that actually sit down and walk you down the line of truth,
That's
bro.
all.
And that's what he just did. Let's eat the truth. It's good. So
Yeah.
so
It's good for you.
so let me get my
All right, so I can put this one play in here now?
Yeah, we gonna
All right,
get
go
the
ahead.
football, man. We gonna get
Oh, you taking your time. Go ahead.
hey, listen.
And no disrespect to you, Quali, either. It's not
No, it's no
disrespectful. I'm just
disrespect.
saying
Respect.
a lot of people think they seen something.
Yeah, and they more so
And they
hearing
keep telling
stuff.
me that, but I'm like, I'm looking for the snaps. He only played 12 run snaps, and he
And in
wasn't lost
balance,
on none
we
of them,
not
bro. And
saying
we watched
Murray is
all of that.
amazing either. This still breaks
No.
down to average.
Let me say that real quick. Can I say this?
Yeah.
Murray, y'all think that the argument I'm making for Murray and Mozzie, y'all thought that the argument I was making was that they are pros
No.
and that they are pro bowlers.
That's
Never,
not the argument.
ever thought or said that. I thought
No.
that Mozzie deserved a shot to look like trash this year after what he did at the end of last year. I just wanted to see him on the field continue what he did last year, not sit on the bench. I wanted to see him progress, and we didn't get that out of him. But we didn't get that out of any player that was here before Eberflus. Nobody has advanced or progressed. Diggs has been a non-existent. Bland looks like he's not. Bland would have never got signed had he looked like he looks this year.
No.
Last year, the year before, he wouldn't have got signed
He
with
wouldn't have got
Eberflus
signed.
as his coach.
It
So
wouldn't.
nobody looks better under Eberflus. But anyway, when it came to Murray and Mozzie, I'm just saying that these guys are average players that aren't playing as bad as people make it out to be. That's all I'm saying. Now, does everybody on the team, in order for you to win a Super Bowl, have to be a Pro Bowler? No. We had a team with 13 Pro Bowlers on it, right? That's rare. So saying that, he's not good or not great doesn't mean anything to me, because somebody on the field is going to be average.
Right.
On every team, there's average players that you still need to do their job in order for you to win. Right. So Murray, just because I say he's a player that can help you win, does not mean I think he's great or a Pro Bowler. That is not what these arguments are saying at all. But he has talent that you can use if you use it effectively.
Argument is this: they are not as bad as what they telling y'all.
Correct.
That's the argument.
That's it.
It's simple. So, and it's don't go with the crowd, bro. That's the other thing, bro. Just take pride and appreciate people that actually show you, dog.
He said he's not making plays. That's simple, right? I'm gonna show you.
Listen,
but
man,
when he make a play, when people say that, when you say that, when he does actually make a play, in order for you to justify your own bias or confirmation bias, you got to ignore the plays that he makes in order to justify that. So you're going to keep ignoring the plays that he does make and be like, that's luck. And,
see,
that was luck.
And AKOYE, that's why we ain't gonna lose no damn money tonight showing more evidence. Fuck that. Don't show that play. I know it's a dope play from the Raiders. I don't even care about it. I do want to see it, but I ain't go because people ain't gonna appreciate it, bro. I'll say this and he right. Any man convinced against his opinion is of the same opinion still type shit. I'll say something like, you know what I'm talking about.
True.
Bro. I'm not finna lose $1 over people that don't appreciate this work, bro. Fuck that. I ain't doing. I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna have to take an executive rule to not get these type people $1, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not doing.
No, but it's not gonna get a strike. You're not gonna get a strike because it's gonna be less than 30 seconds. I promise you.
All right, let's go.
If I do, I will pay you myself if it's a strike. My word, I'll pay you myself. You know what I mean? And I send it tonight.
All right, bet. Let's do it. I feel better.
Let's go.
I feel better.
Let's go. All right, cool.
I gotta get my dollars, dog. Yeah. All right, which one?
See, I gotta get my money. I'll play with the money. Hold up. Real quick. Watch this.
Hey, bro. Right. And Cass ain't appreciating the shit. And what we doing, bro? Bro. I ain't doing it.
You said why it don't show on the stats? I just showed that you must have just got here. Yeah. You won't get stats for good coverage. Hold on a second. Put that in there real quick. That Raiders joint real quick, and I'm gonna run through it real fast.
Somebody say, "Don't be the stat nerd." What's the name of it? What's the label?
It's the Kenneth Murray versus the Raiders.
Got it. Man, hold on real quick.
right, let me
Before
go
we
fast.
kind of
Let me go
before you
fast.
go, before you take off, I need to do one more thing.
I gotta take off because it's
No,
up.
no, no,
So
no,
you gotta let
no,
me
no,
go.
no. Before you go,
Go ahead.
pause it. Pause. You driving. I gotta
Well,
do.
take it off the screen then. Take it off
I
the
gotta
screen.
do one thing for both of us. For both of us, for real. Cause we driving the hell out this shit right now, bro. I do want to say that, bro. This boy AKOYE is say, man, listen. I'm talking about co-producer. Let's go.
Appreciate it. All right, let me get to it fast so we don't hurt you. I'm not gonna show all this good coverage.
Oh man, we ain't gonna get paid on this. I can already see, bro.
Watch this.
Oh man, dog, you gonna have to send me that cash tonight, dog.
Yes,
Why
I
you
will.
do this to yourself? Oh, and they ain't even appreciate it, dog. Like most of the people are, but it's. I don't want you to give it to the ungratefuls. I do want to see this play though, because he told me this play when I was in the barbershop early. I talked to him on the phone.
Play. I mean, just he bit on the play action right there, right? So he out of position.
Yeah,
this is exactly what you want if you the Raiders. He bit.
Yeah,
he bit deep too.
That's what you want.
He bit.
Yeah,
and then he turns
Yeah,
inside because he's trying to shadow what's his dude's name? Number 89. Bowers. He's trying to shadow Bowers, but Bowers got him by 5 yards.
Yeah.
Turned inside, and then he broke outside. That's perfect route running right there by Bowers. Cooked him for real.
Oh,
look at the recovery. He recovers on that play off of play action. So who can bite on the play action and then get double moved after that? He bit on the play action and caught a double move behind that and still made this play. How many linebackers we got or anybody got that can make that fucking play? We don't got corners and safeties that can make that play. That's ridiculous. Like that play, he didn't get half the credit he was supposed to get. Biting on the run right here. Boom. You say you don't make plays, right? Biting on the run.
Pause it.
Boom.
Just for a second. I'm trying to hopefully it don't, Go ahead now.
Boom.
Yeah,
making that type of play, like to make that play was ridiculous, man. To make that play was ridiculous.
Don't show nothing else, nothing. I don't want to see no more.
Yeah, I wanted to see the one where he pass rushed real well too on this.
Hey, let me get these super chats while you pulling it up.
Right here. Now on this play, they was like same game. Breaks, sheds 2 blocks, gets in. I want him to finish on that play, but forces the ball down quick. But that should have been a sack right there. I mean, good pressure, but I'm not pissed off on it. But you can take it off because I know they're gonna get us. But
and they gonna get us, dog.
They're gonna get, if we keep it up there. They're not gonna see what I'm saying. I understand, and I got another one too for you in a second. But the only reason I brought so much film out here and I really did so much film on Kenneth Murray is because every week I gotta prove something. You know what I mean? We say every day I gotta fight to prove my love. Color purple.
Look, bro, you gonna keep fighting.
All my life I had to fight.
This is with a lot of these cats. It's really coming down to people want to be right, bro. That's what a lot of this shit be.
Because to ignore that, if that was Fred Warner, if that was Micah Parsons,
they'd be on their balls.
They'd be like, man, that play would be a highlight reel all day. They look at that play and they ignore
this when we see
nobody said nothing. But if I saw that trending one week and then the next week you show me him jumping out of a gap, I won't say nothing. Because then it's a balance. Y'all like, oh, some weeks y'all love him, some weeks y'all hate him. I don't got nothing to do with that. Y'all ignore those types of plays. Don't even put them up like it didn't happen. But then when he mess up, that's all we see. That don't make sense to me. If you're gonna do that, do it to everybody. That means when Siobhan Revel fell, that should be a blooper that's on all year. You know what I'm saying? When he gave up the touchdown to Detroit when they ran right behind him, that should be a blooper that's a touchdown. That's up all year. When Bland got beat for the deep play against Green Bay in the beginning of the game, they got him for like 40 yards. They don't show none of these things against players that they like. When Osa, I got that film too if you want to see that, but that's cut up. We ain't gonna get caught for that.
Hold on, hey, let me say
against Detroit. When Osa was getting killed
Detroit. Instagram people. Hey, Instagram, they finna cut us off. We getting ready to be at an hour, man. Make sure y'all follow us on all these platforms for all the people that's watching.
What up, Reezy? Go ahead. My bad.
I got up out of Instagram real quick. Go ahead.
All right. But I got that footage from the Detroit game so you can watch what Osa's doing or not doing in that particular game. And I didn't hear Osa name at all. I'm like, why are we not saying main man name? If our standard, since we talk about good play or bad play, if our standard is Kenneth Murray missed one play in a game or one bad play a game, we going to talk about it throughout the entire nation. Why when a player that's getting paid $20 million a year misses 7 straight snaps versus the run, got blown off the ball against Detroit 7 straight times, right? Why we ignore that? Like it's not happening. I could see that on broadcast, and I could definitely see it in the All 22. And for anybody out there that's watching All 22 and act like they don't see it, you either don't know what you're looking at, which is almost impossible to not see Osa getting pushed out of there, or you lying for him. And that's why I say what I say. So when people think I'm arguing for Murray, it's not arguing for Murray. I'm arguing for a standard. If I'm gonna say this is my standard, we're gonna come at players when they make a mistake, then come at all of them. Let's do it all, or don't do none of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I'm looking at it.
So let me hit these super chats, man. Like Okoye ain't, man, you'll be sending me a fat ass, you know what I'm saying, cash after that, big dog.
Yeah, we ain't get struck. We ain't get struck, but add it up for me. Let me know what you missing. If they send you a demonetization joint for that one little clip, then hey, it is what it is.
That ain't gonna be none of
my
that.
word.
We play with no word. We both play with it enough. They ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
So my boy D Morris say, this is why I refrain from commenting fully on games. I see you tonight's post, the All 22, because the TV doesn't show the true story. Yeah, it take discipline to be like that too, D. It really does, and a lot of us don't. That's a learned skill. That's a learned discipline to kind of slow yourself down. And then it's okay to sometimes react in the moment, but then say, I'm gonna go double check that. You know, that's what the people like the savants do, like yourself. So my boy say shops, Bobby Wagner, Gap exchanges.
Yep.
Yeah. So so I want to get this in here real quick with you real quick.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Sorry about that.
2 things. Ideal coaching candidates. I want to get your trees. I want to get your thoughts. I want to get kind of like, and then I want to just go back and forth with you on kind of what I see too. And then I'm gonna bring up some people that been coming up. Just get your thoughts on them. Listen, y'all. I want to get y'all ready for this because to me, this is where he shines. Like, and when and I'm gonna say this. This is how I see Okoye, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I see Okoye. Okoye can be talking about badminton, and I'm gonna listen. This dude got one of the best minds, hands down, bro. This dude can be talking about croquet, dog, and I'm gonna be listening. He gonna break that shit down. I'll be like, damn, well, I want to play some croquet. So let's talk about some ideal coaching candidates, and why. Because I don't think Matt Eberflus is gonna make it.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he does. I was rooting for him, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm fair, even if I don't like you. I don't have to like you for you to do a good job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Matt Eberflus, the reason I pumped the brakes on the hatred for Matt Eberflus at like mid-season after the bye week, because I thought about it. I said, I don't think he ever anticipated when he got signed that he wouldn't have Micah Parsons, he wouldn't have Diggs, he wouldn't have Bland, he wouldn't have Wilson for a stretch, he wouldn't have Hooker for a stretch. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't think that he thought, I know he didn't think that coming in. So for him to have to, play musical chairs with his secondary and with this defense, I had to give him a little bit of grace because of that. And then once we went out and got him some weapons, we got him Quinnen Williams. I saw what he did the first game out. I said, okay, well, now I'm going to judge you from the Quinnen Williams signing to the end of the season. I'm not going to judge you from fair. I'm judging you from Quinnen Williams on because you had to get some talent that you can build around, especially in that front seven on this team. Now, the defense, as far as the run since Quinnen Williams has been here, the run defense is solid, in my opinion. We've been good as far as the run. Even in the Detroit game, Jahmyr Gibbs only had 43 yards on the ground. And Montgomery had 60 on the ground, and 35 of them came on one play.
Right.
So
you take that.
It wasn't like they didn't destroy us on the ground. It's just they were able to
beat us in the air.
They beat us in the air and in the red zone. Right. So they were able to get the ball into the end zone more than we did. But turning the ball over as many times as we did in that game, on top of that, did not help. So I take all that with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now, the reason I'm looking at him now is because the same mistakes that we had as far as play costs in situations and big plays, they're still happening. Right. We're running man coverage in the goal line or in the red zone over and over again, and we keep getting rubbed out of position. You keep getting mismatches. Like last week, we had Wilson on Addison, I think it was.
Yeah, and we had Murray on Kelsey. We had receivers on Logan Wilson.
that keeps happening because
Yeah,
we don't know
yeah, the
we don't know what we want to do.
right.
Yeah, the packages in the red zone just are strange.
It's
Even that
strange.
play that you're blaming right now this week,
Right.
Murray 4. Why the hell is it a play where there's only one linebacker
Right.
behind the line? Why did we call that anyway? Why are we doing that? So to see that and say Murray, well, why the hell is that what you call? And he choose one gap, which he's supposed to. There ain't nothing behind the line to
Bro,
stop
nobody
nobody.
noticed that, bro.
We
How we
blame
on
Murray
the
for
goal
it.
line with nickel
Don't make sense to me.
with two backs?
Don't make. They wanted more linemen on the field, but there's nothing behind the line, so it doesn't make sense to me. But either way, we keep running those types of looks over and over again, and they keep getting beat.
And
So it's not. He's not learning.
and that goes to Shotty saying, "What the f we doing?"
Right. Exactly. That's why he did that. But to your point though, coaching candidates, because I don't think Eberflus will be around.
No.
I like anything from, if we can get a tree wise anyway.
Okay.
Anything from Spagnolia's tree, I would take in a heartbeat.
All right.
Because Spags, if you guys want to treat in all 22, you don't even got to know what you're looking at.
Right.
Go watch KC and watch it from the sideline view of any game you want, and watch how they rotate pre-snap and post-snap.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
The disguise.
Everybody on their defense knows each other's job, meaning they play musical chairs. I call it musical chairs coverage, meaning they'll be rotating. Like the safety might rotate down into the box. When he rotates down in the box, the corner will still be down at the line of scrimmage, but he might back off maybe 5 yards. If they snap when they're in that position, the safety, if they're playing cover 2, the safety will guard the flat instead of trying to dash back to the middle of the field. The safety will just guard the flat, and the corner will play the safety's deep half in that cover 2. And they'll do stuff like that, whether they're playing cover 3, cover 2, whatever it may be. They'll play match man where they'll stay in position instead of following. They won't follow when you put them in motion. So pre-snap, a quarterback will put a guy in motion because he's hoping to see a guy follow so he can determine if it's man or not. They'll do that and play match man and sort of look like zone because they won't follow. But then at the snap, whoever is near that guy that went in motion is who covers them. It's very strange how they do that, and they do it successfully, and they've been successful, obviously, winning Super Bowls doing it. But anything from Spagnolia's tree, I would take. They say that Flores's contract is up this year, but
Right.
I don't know if Minnesota's going to keep him or not. But I would definitely take Flores here.
Throw
I think
a bag at him.
yeah, I think that Brian Schottenheimer speaks highly of him, and you can see Brian Schottenheimer's think track when it comes to coaches. He went and got Clayton Adams not because he knows him and he likes him. He watched what they did to us when we played Arizona and said that is a run scheme that I want to incorporate into my game plan. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he went and got him. And it's the same thing when you have a team that he talks about, like he talks about Flores a lot this week. When you talk about a coach and talk about a guy that's giving you as a coordinator,
Yeah, you want him.
you want him because you
Yeah.
know he's going to give other coordinators.
Because Mike
problems.
McCarthy did that with Zimmer. That's exactly what he said with
Exactly
Zimmer.
that.
He kept
The
giving
guys
him.
that give you problems are the guys that you want on your on the
Yeah.
opposite side of the ball.
Well
And I
said.
think that Flores is a guy that I wouldn't mind having here because of that. But when you look at the talent that we have and the way we are in that front seven, especially the successes we've had in the 5-2,
Yeah.
I think we need to become a 3-4 team because 3-4, the only difference between it is, you know, the defensive ends have their hand in the ground and the other ones have their hand up. There's no real difference between it. People try to tell me if 5-2 is different, it's not much different. But anyway, 5-2 or 3-4 is where we need a coach that coaches 3-4, I believe. I think that zone blitzing scheme would make this team much better.
Yeah.
Because we need to force the ball out of quarterbacks' hands faster. So if your corners can't cover, you need to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands. You know what I mean? Our corners can cover, but they're covering in man with no pressure in the backfield. So I think that a zone blitzing scheme with the guys that we have in the front seven, especially how deep our defensive line is and linebacker room and so on, I think that would be ideal for this team. So Rex Ryan is even on the couch. I wanted him to first go around when we got Zimmer. I would take this go round. You know what I mean? So coaching candidates for defense, I think you need either a guy that's bringing organized chaos like a Spagnoli or Rex Ryan.
Let me show you the chart real quick, and let's just
too. Yep, go ahead.
Let's talk through it real quick. I got this from my OG Henny. You know, he does great research and analysis stuff. So this was up to last week, but you can see here the more the chart is up, then the teams that's up there, those are the teams with the most disguises pre-snap.
Mhm.
The farther right you are, right, those are the teams with the high blitz rates.
Right.
So
Flores blitz more than anybody.
right, you can see he in the 45 percentile.
Yeah.
Right.
He always blitz.
Right. So like, and I'm just trying to, because I'm preparing a list myself. So I'm going to talk to smart people like yourself, people
Mhm.
that I know have a kind of affinity for this discussion. You can see like where we are. We bottom on disguises and we bottom on blitz rates, you know. So I'm wanting people that's
Mhm.
kind of like on that right quartile and that upward, you know. So I'm like, what teams on this list will probably kind of pop out to you and why?
Again, Flores, I like. I don't want to be another Zimmer 2.0. And I look at that like when you're running a lot of zero coverage and you're blitzing crazy. Sometimes you get caught on the back end with that. But Flores has come up with a strategy. I don't know what it is, other than the fact that he's forcing the ball out of your quarterback's hands.
That's what it
fast.
seems like it's to me, man. I think that
'Cause he don't
the
get
fact
beat
that
deep a lot.
right, because see that I think that's the genius that I thought I saw with his defense this week,
Mhm.
bro. All that pre-talk of him blitzing, all
Right.
that prep of blitzing, and all that preparing for hot reads, it almost make your quarterbacks almost every snap like
Overthink.
they overthinking, bro.
Yeah.
That was the genius of that blitzing at that high rate like that. You could
Right.
tell it got to our offense, even though our offense put up some points. You could see psychologically it was on their ass.
Right. Another one that I wanted when he was here that I know we're not gonna get. I'm mad that we let Al Harris get out the door. Man.
Yeah, no doubt. So we got the same list so far.
About the building. Yeah, well, we should have never let him out of the building. I like. I mean, obviously, Vance Joseph is going for a head coaching position after this.
Yeah.
He don't want another coordinator position. But I even like Raheem Morris. I like Raheem Morris as well because when he was with the Rams maybe 2-3 years ago, right? Morris. We played, and I have film of that somewhere, probably not on this computer though. But we played the Rams maybe 2 or 3 years ago, right? I think it was 2 years ago. And when Dak was trying to connect to CD was playing. They had guys playing man coverage on CD, and I'm thinking I'm reading a man coverage play. It'll be one guy playing man, and I was like, how are they affording a triple team and quadruple team CD like that? They're not. Everybody else playing zone. So while CD's running like drag routes and dig routes through a gauntlet of other players that are just standing in their zone, it's like a forced. Raheem Morris was forcing double teams in almost every window that CD would run through, and he had a guy chasing him at the same time. I was like, yo, I had never seen coverages like that. So if you can make me have to look back at a play 4, 5, 6 times to try to figure
it out,
what
right? What it is.
I didn't even know what I was looking at, and
Right.
I can identify coverage real fast.
Defense is
like,
modern now, man. That's what I
Yeah,
love
I said,
about
what
the
the hell is
modernization of defense, bro. Like these are not at all even close to sitting your zone shit. That shit over. It's
Right.
matching. It's a lot of matching. It's a lot of exotic defense, bro. This is a great era for defense.
Exactly.
So I appreciate your talk on that, man. I got one more for you, bro. I don't want
Go ahead. Hit me.
to hold you too long.
You got me. Go ahead.
But these are the talks that I would say to him over the phone. I swear to God. Like these are the talks that I would lean on him with. Like, hey, bro, I'm finna start my coaching search, and I would lean on him because this is what he's real good at. So,
whoever the Browns coordinator is, too, I love the Browns defense.
Yeah.
I gotta say that too.
Yeah, me too.
I love their defense.
I've been hearing a lot about him, man, and I'm really starting my research. So I done wrote down everything. I done wrote down a lot of stuff y'all been saying too in the chat, like Van Josephs. I love that idea.
Right.
So now this is what I want to talk to you too, that I see, bro. And I want to now you can be tough with me on this too.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I feel like our defensive future is bright as hell.
Well, 100%. 100%. You got 2 first-round draft picks going into the offseason. Number one, that's enough right there. You can start there. But when you look at if we retain, you said if we retain Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams, we keep both those guys here. You got a defensive line that you can build around. Ezraku's already shown that he can ascend next year, I believe. I even like keeping Clowney if Clowney want to play another year. I love Jadeveon Clowney and what he gave us this season, but if we can just add some pieces, we need one more bona fide pass rusher, I think, in that room. You know, somebody told me to break down Sam Williams. I think Sam Williams needs to be evaluated next year, not this year, because of the ACL tear. I don't give him hell this year. I don't even say his name because I already expected a mid-season from Sam Williams due to the injury. So I would like to see Sam Williams in a healthy year behind him, and then, you know, we go from there. But if we could add one bona fide pass rusher to that room, I think this defense already looks better. And you put a coordinator in there that actually understands how to run coverages and disguise coverages. We're not disguising anything. We got guys playing off. But this is like Chris Richard all over again. I remember we were playing off like 10 yards off the ball, 15 yards off the ball all day, every day. And even Dan Quinn did this sometimes, but he didn't do it all the time though. But he would do it sometimes. But this is a little bit too much for me when it comes to
too much, bro.
He doesn't.
I don't understand not using Revel at press as almost fucking every time. If you running man, press him, bro, because he built for it. Like, and you can see that's a strength. He get a little handsy. Coach that out of him. Don't put him in space. Don't put him in space, bro. Like, let him get up there. Hey, Quale, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. That has been greatly debunked.
Yeah, you're really not right on that, bro. I don't know why you saying this.
I'm being, and this ain't even just coming from AKOYE, bro. If you just look around, bro, everybody has clearly, like, even the Cowboys have come out and said there wasn't no Murray. Like, sometimes, bro, listen, bro, we really are trying to help a lot of people get free of groupthink, bro. Like, I know, and we not saying Murray great. What we saying is he is not as bad, and what they done brainwashed a lot of y'all to think is he just ass trash and all of this, and because this is how they get y'all. They show y'all clips, and they take a clip and they make that one clip kind of like the overall supposedly who this person is, and it works on y'all.
Well, and beyond that, bro, I get specific because you're talking about that one play. He wasn't wrong on that play, but you say every time there's a big play he's on the field. That's not true either, because I already debunked that. Most of the big plays against this team have been explosive passing plays against our corners and safeties. Like last season and the beginning of this season, Donovan Wilson has been getting torched since last year in explosive plays. Right now, Donovan Wilson does other things that I like near the line of scrimmage, so I don't bother him much. But in the beginning of the season, I wanted him benched because last year, every touchdown, every explosive touchdown against the Cowboys was against Donovan Wilson. But you know who they were talking about all year? Mozzie. And I said, well, why y'all not talking about the guy that's actually giving up points? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That makes sense to me. Yeah. So, again, same thing's happening this year. We're ignoring our corners and ignoring what's happening with the explosive plays. Because regardless of what you're saying, the ground game still is not our problem. Has not been what's been giving us that's the biggest year. It's not the front seven versus the run. It
shouldn't even be a discussion, bro.
All year. But we have talked about the pass the least, and that's been the biggest problem all year is the pass, not the ground game. So I don't understand how we keep going from we lose. It must be the linebacker.
Murray.
Y'all never talking about the corners or the safety. You know why people don't talk about corners or safeties? This is a telltale sign. I'm gonna teach y'all something. What's the hardest film to watch? Wide receivers and corners, because you got to watch. You can't evaluate them without watching the plays when the ball doesn't even come their way. So a guy who don't watch film will ignore the corners because it takes too long to see if a corner actually had a good or a bad game. Because you got to watch all of the pass plays, even when the ball's not coming his way. You got to watch what he's doing. Don't nobody want to do that. I don't even like to do it, but I do it. But I know why other people don't evaluate corners, and that's why we're not talking about the corners, because they evaluate them. You got to watch way more film, and people don't want to do that. That's why you keep hearing about
it's just easy to say what everybody else has been saying.
Because it's screwing up.
And it's them it's them clips out there, bro. It's people, they judge you by clips and not like how we did and what you did. The way that you did it, where you showed every running play. Every running play. Listen, can I say that again, y'all? He showed every running play and showed the patterns, bro. You can't do no more detail
You
work.
want me to run
than
it back again for Quali? Or you want me to run a different one? Because I got one more that you ain't put up there. That's
it ain't no
that-
evidence go move them types. I don't
well,
want you to waste your time, bro.
put EBBS up there then, because this is one more I didn't put up there.
Man, no, man, I ain't doing that at Koye,
All
bro.
right, but no, this one right here is all cut up.
We gonna get paid though.
Yeah, we're gonna get paid for this, I think.
All right.
I mean,
Nah,
we don't get strikes for these, do we? For the ones that I cut up. They ain't strike me last night. I was on all night with that, with the ones I cut. Yeah. Let me see. This one, EBBS, right there. He's scared. He's scared.
Yeah, man. It ain't even just scared, bro. I don't even want to even talk to people.
Ain't no way they gonna understand what I'm saying without me showing it though. That's what I'm saying. I gotta show
you already clear though, dog.
Yeah, I mean, it should
it's
be
stubbornness at this point, bro.
It should be clear. I want to show some things, man.
Nah, Daily, I ain't trying to get that straight. And on top of that, I honestly don't want to do shit for people that ain't paying attention no way. I promise, bro. This presentation was already excellent, bro. You can't get no goddamn better than this.
All right. Well, we can cut it short, man. But I just want I'll put it up on my page because you're right. I don't want to mess your channel up because it took me forever to get my
let's get it. Let's get it, bro. I ain't tripping. Let's get it. Listen, hold on. Let's do this then. Let's do this. Since we go give them more and put ourselves in a place and we appreciate if anybody throw something in the cash apps. Just do that. There
you go.
Throw something in the cash apps to make it worth the time, like straight up. All right, let's get. I'm gonna do
all right, this play right here, right?
Yeah.
This is versus the Giants. The first time we played the Giants early in the season, right? They told me to look at this game because they told me again, Murray played bad this game. He did not. This is one of his better games, in my opinion. But watch this. Watch this. And I got another one too from the other Giants game as well. But this play here is a screen pass that they're ISOing Murray right now, right? And they ran a slant across the middle to slow Sanborn down. Murray runs across this formation, across those blocks, gets to the outside shoulder of that block. One, to turn it back inside so that Clark and Sanborn have a shot at this play. So just doing that alone is his job, because if he doesn't do that, this Scatterboo was up the sideline and there's a touchdown, right? But he plays the outside shoulder of that block, right? And you see those blue lines, those represent just the pursuit angles. But he plays the outside shoulder and still makes the tackle on that play. That is an A+ play versus the screen. But every time I see screen passes versus Murray, they only show me the ones he doesn't play correctly or the ones he actually gets blocked successfully on. That Simon right there is crazy. He played the outside shoulder, turn it back into your help. If he just did that, that would have been you did a good job. But to do it and make the tackle, that's an A+ job on that play. You did your assignment, and then you actually made a play on top of that. Let me keep going.
Hold on real quick. Before you keep going, my boy Quale, he's still trying to blame Murray on that play that's been debunked. He said, I'm not one of them people that understand football, but when the play breaks down, football instincts kick in. All right. So hold on. Let me
you want to put it back up here? Let me put that back in.
I got it right here. And listen, AKOYE explained this earlier. It's a progression of this, bro. You don't just because then what'll happen is if everybody play football like you're saying, that's called hero ball. The first thing you got to do, and AKOYE said this earlier, you got to get to your gap, then you find the ball, homie. That's how it works, bro. It don't go to just go find.
Quale, do you know what a gap exchange is, Quale? I don't think you do. You keep saying you play football. And I played football too. I didn't know what a gap exchange was because I played high school ball. I didn't play college or so I had to learn just like anybody else. So I'm not trying to play you when I say that.
Yeah.
But if you know what the gap exchange is, then you won't even ask me what Murray or any of the linebackers is doing, because they all did what you saw Murray do on that play. Well, what is it?
Every dome did, and
they all did it all game. Bro.
He showed the whole flow. That's why it's important to look at.
The linebacker crew did that the whole game.
The whole game, and he showed it. He showed that earlier. That's the first thing. That's the first thing he showed, bro.
Yeah.
Some of y'all just need to go rewind this, bro. Like for real. Like that's the first thing AKOYE showed is
that's what you should do. Watch this again. Yeah, watch it again. Watch it again. So we don't mess the show up. Just watch it again. You know what I'm saying? But that's all that was happening was a gap exchange. Before the ball got handed off, and this is how you know it's a run blitz or a gap exchange on that play. Before the ball got handed off on that play, he was already in that gap.
Right.
He didn't just run to the gap off of instinct or no vision. He was told to blitz that gap. That's why he's there. But he did that earlier in the game. They just countered us every time. He did that early in the game, and so did Kenny Clark. He did that early in the game. Kenny Clark got a -3 yards on the same play, same style play, and Murray got a -1 yard play in the goal line on the other side of the field doing it. And then they just said, all right,
who do you expect to make that play? Clark. That was Clark's gap.
That's Clark's gap and Quentin Williams. They both were supposed to make that play. There's no other linebackers back there. Just because he's behind the line does not mean his job is to stand back there and wait for the action. He's being asked to do something different on that play. That's not on him. You could be mad at Eberflus if you want for calling the play.
Right.
But saying that he was just, playing without instincts it's not wise, because you can see
and the
he doesn't.
Cowboys themselves came out and said it wasn't no Murray, dog.
Yeah, 100%.
So I mean, and we giving you the facts, bro, and receipts, bro. This ain't no liking Murray, making it up. What we trying to do is free up people to think for themselves and not just automatically go with what the mob says. This is more so about.
And there ain't no shade towards you.
It's no shade, bro. It's we really trying to free people. To be honest, I say it like this: trust people, but verify what they say. This is why me and AKOYE pretty much almost every time end up on the same side, bro. We don't talk about a lot of shit, but he'll go do his work, I go do the work, and we'll come to the same conclusion.
We end up in the same room. Yeah, it's like that, man. It's not about I'm not even trying to be right, but if I am right, I'm not going to lie and say I'm wrong. You know what I mean?
You got it, bro.
Coach do got him looking bad.
Yeah, the whole package was bad, bro. It was a bad package. They was out there with a nickel package on the goal line with two running backs, bro.
That one play in there real quick. I'm gonna show him this play. Live evidence. I'm gonna put this back.
And we just trying to get everybody caught up, because a lot of people,
some people miss this. So
some people miss this, right? Yeah. And let me say one more thing about my boy AKOYE work and my work, the type of work that we do. It's more so about just trying to make sure that we have healthy debates and healthy discussions, because when we on the wrong side of this, we also slandering somebody. Y'all know that, right? Yeah. We messing with somebody's money, we messing with somebody's reputation, we messing with their endorsements. So it's better to be slow until you know than fast and sloppy and angry, but you guessing.
Especially it was a lot of people kneeling. Everybody after kneeling was doing the crying and all that. I mean, I said rest in peace, so on, respect to his life, right? But the people who was going on these monologues talking about, we never know what a player's thinking and how much pressure on. We talked all this as fans and as content creators, and then we still do this shit every week and act like we don't understand these human beings. And I get mad when people tell me that the work I'm doing is not legit, meaning like I didn't really put the hours in to do it. Like I did film yesterday for like 7 hours straight. Sat here for 7 hours.
7 hours.
I get upset when people disrespect my time when it comes to that.
That's why I didn't let somebody just put out there that you do. They called it
controversial.
Yeah, controversy content. It's like, nah, bro. We don't gain from doing that, bro. Listen, whenever you go against the crowd, that's not smart to do that.
Let me show this gap exchange to Quad real quick while you talking.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got to put the film back up there.
Which one?
It's
the live
evidence. Yeah, that one.
Hold on, let me get this off.
That one. Yeah.
But it's not in our benefit to do that, y'all. Listen, we grow slower by going against the mob.
Let me get to that play quick. I ain't even gonna wait. So first I want to show you what I'm talking about when I say a gap exchange. So you see this? This is what our linebackers and defensive ends were doing all day long.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
All right. These are just run blitzes and run stunts that make it so that linemen can't get to the intended target post snap. It just confuses them. When you look at him and you see him and Thomas here, I want to show you something. You see that? All right. Now watch this. Let me show you something. Right here. You see this? That's Thomas right there on the opposite side of the field in the beginning of the game. Same thing.
Right.
All right. Now Thomas is going to crash inside, and Murray's job is to play off his hip. He has to hug that hip right there. Boom. right off his hip and make the play because they're trying to force a cut by pinching the line. The defensive line is pinching those gaps, the A gap.
Yeah, trying to get them to bounce
outside to where you're blitzing, right? That's called a gap exchange, okay?
Right.
I'm going to show you it again. All right, let me show you here. Now, this is the same thing. All right. They just flipped it. Thomas is now going to crash inside, opposite side. The same, it looks exactly the same. But this time they're running the ball opposite side, right? Now I'm going to show you why you know this is not that, right? I'm going to show you a little bit more than what we showed earlier because there's another play where he's not even on the field. Logan Wilson and Demo's on the field. It's going to be the same
exact same gap exchange. And see, man, this is what you call somebody who going after the lost sheep of Israel. AKOYE is repeating this, and I asked him not to. I said, "Don't."
Watch this.
I said, "Don't show him again, bro. Don't." But because he wants y'all to know facts, he done snuck this film back, and I'm tired, bro. Yeah. I didn't want to.
I got you. I'm almost done.
But he giving y'all a repeat of the lesson he already gave, bro.
Look where Demo and Logan Wilson are. They are replacing Clowney and Ezraku, who are crashing inside. These are gap exchanges, right? Now, where's the ball going? Again, where the linebackers are not behind the line of scrimmage. Why? Because they're asking Clark and Ezraku and Clowney to get there because this is a run stunt. They're only asking the linebackers to play contain. And the reason they're using the linebackers to do it because if a quarterback breaks out or if a running back breaks out outside, you want someone that can chase them down. So they're using their defensive line to collapse the offensive line of scrimmage and crush them. This is pinching, and then they're scraping to the outside, right? But you see where the ball goes, the same way it went, same place it went on the goal line run, up the middle, up Kenny Clark's gap, and up Osa's gap. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Same thing, but these are all gap exchanges. Right here is going to be Leofile that's crashing inside. You see that? And where's Wilson going? Outside or playing off of Leofile's hip because he has to exchange that C gap with Leofile. You know what I'm saying? This is happening the whole game.
And the whole game. AKOYE is showing you every run play, bro.
They did that. They did a gap exchange on almost every run.
And this is what we trying to say about Murray. This is how they getting over on people. They showing you that alleged one bad play. You see what I'm saying? To paint a narrative on him. This is the difference. AKOYE is showing you plays, plural, multiple. He's showing you the pattern. He's showing you the assignments. He's teaching this like a kid could get this, bro. You see what I'm saying? That's that's the level of work he put in for the nation to really not be deceived with mob mentality. And that's what's going on. And so, and this is honestly the value of independent space, bro. And this is where you have these type of Negroes, for lack of better words.
This is the longest play against Murray. So everybody who said he was out of position looking bad, this is what would you be reading if the running backs lined up right side of the quarterback? You're reading either outside zone to the left or inside zone. That's what they're reading. So that's why they're over there, both Demo and Murray. They know this if they're Minnesota, so they're going to peel off 76 to try to seal both those guys inside, and they're going to play off Houston here. They're going to read Houston. If Houston played this contained, he would have 27 runs up the B gap. If he plays this, which he does, crash into the B gap, he's going to cut this outside.
Right. And we got the same question again, and that's okay because people understand it, so we'll say it again. It's no problem.
What?
Somebody said, if Murray is in his gap, whose gap was occupied? That was Quentin Williams and Clark, primarily Clark's.
Correct.
And then what happened is it was more so a smart adjustment by Minnesota. And this is why, if you were watching this film review, that's just why this is probably the best film review ever, because AKOYE showed the pattern, bro. That's the key thing, is he showed you the play that set up that goal line play,
right?
Where Clark blew it up at first, right?
This is the first one where he blew this up.
Yeah, he blew it up at first
a little bit. Let me get some water.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, he blows this up.
Yeah.
The next time Clark goes to do that is on the goal line.
Yeah.
The next time he does that, they grab his head.
They grab his head.
It's going to grab him by the back of the head. Right around.
They got strategists on their side too, right? They got
right
people.
here. He gets upfield. They're gonna grab him by the back of the head and pull him down.
My
He
angle
tried the
show
same
better.
thing.
I'm
And
gonna
he
show
got
my angle. I'm gonna show
yep,
my
your
angle.
angle. Your angle is better. Yep.
Let me show you. Let me show my angle because it really show where he got pulled.
Yep. He did the same thing, but this time he got clipped. Look at the line. Look at the lineman's left hand, right behind Clark's head. You see that?
Yeah,
He pulled his head down this time.
pulling his head down.
He
And
lost
this
his
is-
balance as a
And
result.
This was the
Clark
gap.
would have made that play had he not
Right.
done it.
Right.
It wasn't a horrible play. It just was a better headsy play by the lineman. He
Yeah,
knew
and
what
a
was.
good adjustment by Minnesota. They adjusted from the first time they blew it up.
Yep.
And AKOYE showed the pattern of it. That's why it's important to look at multiple plays. I'm gonna just say it like this: if anybody make a case about a player by showing one play, I don't trust them, bro.
Yeah. If you show one play or you just show me a picture of a play and tell me that that's the play, that's the
Nah,
excuse
you
me, that's the play that player put out for the whole game.
bullshitting.
You a liar.
You're a liar.
And I ain't got no problem with you lying. You could lie, but when I go to correct it, everybody can't call me. You can't tell me I'm tripping
Yeah,
because I'm showing the whole game.
right. The whole game.
The whole if
The
you say, oh,
whole-
he played bad versus the run,
Right.
and I show you every run play, and he not even on the field but 12 times out of the 27. It was like 27 runs, 25 runs that weren't QB
Yeah.
scrambles, and out of those he played on like half of them, 12 of them, and out of those he had two assisted tackles and one tackle for a loss.
And listen,
How
man, listen,
is-
this case
how is that
this
bad?
case was closed when you said it earlier, but you want to open the case back up and then get it reclosed again. But hey,
I just want to make sure those who just
he
got
did
here,
that out of love for
you get
y'all,
it.
bro. Listen, because people
Yeah.
did just get here, and the reason why we did it is because it's some people that was in the chat that really want to know. But now you know. This
he
is the,
says he don't think
and
he
let me
played
tell you the
bad
big
versus
lesson
run.
out of this. Let me
He
tell you
did
the big.
average the pass. Go ahead.
This
my
is the big lesson out of all of this, y'all. All of us, every one of us, me, AKOYE, y'all, all of us always need to slow down from mob anger when we don't know the assignments ourselves. If you don't know the assignment, you could be wrong. Always keep that in the back of your mind, because football can, like for instance, there's a soft cover too that can make it look like man, where a corner can get beat, but it's really not him. Because if they have somebody threatening his flats, he go ease off.
He got to drive on it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it can look like he got beat on TV. You see what I'm saying? So what we trying to do is we trying to slow people down on blame shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, some of this is not with, and you got people that care about y'all enough to actually. He went through this 3 times, bro, for y'all to get it. Now, what I would say do with that is throw some dollars at the homie, bro. Like, to me,
I feel like a stripper.
I don't give a damn, man. I fuck it. I'm gonna do it for me, damn it. You know what I'm saying? You over too modest.
Oh, you can do it for me too. I'll take the bread.
Yeah,
I ain't,
bro,
I ain't
you
too
too
proud.
modest for me,
Yeah,
bro.
I ain't too
Listen,
proud.
I put it
I'll
like
take
this: when you do, listen, bro. I paid attention to what you just said. Did y'all hear him say he spent 7 hours on film, bro?
Yesterday, just making that one 10-minute video took me like
7
about 4 hours, and then I went live for another 3 hours in the middle of the night last
and
night.
taught it.
Yep.
You telling me that ain't worth it? That's and that's for knowledge. That's for people to come back and not to be right. That's just for they line on
We
where
can know what's really happening.
this is what's really happening, because
Yeah,
this
that's
is
it.
really supposed to divert our attention to the real discussion. The real discussion is supposed to have been corner.
Right.
So you needed somebody to do the work to say, why the fuck we talking about this?
Right.
That's where we at. Hey, bro, I greatly appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give my final words, bro, because you don't got all in my bedtime. I had some more clips too, bro. If you
We
feeling
can go again tomorrow, man. Or we can run it right now. I'm not going.
shit, let's do it tomorrow, bro. I don't want to drop all my content at once.
All right, well, let's go. We do it again
If you
tomorrow.
want to do it tomorrow, we'll do it tomorrow, because it's
Bro, I'm active right now, so we every time you ask me to go live, I'm going. If I miss one, run it back. Let's do it again.
yeah, because I wanted to get into you. I wanted to talk to you about some dead stuff. I got some. Look what I got up in here, bro.
But in both cases,
Boy, see, listen, man, I got some stuff in here we was gonna talk about, and I wanted to get your mind on this, bro. But see, I don't want to drop all this content all at once, but we doing too much, man. We gave away too much tonight, and I'm gonna go check my Cash App and see if it was rewarded. If it
I ain't
was
even check
rewarded,
mine. Yeah, I ain't even check
check
mine.
your Cash App real quick.
I'll
Let's
tell you right now. Watch this. Don't say $2.
Man, they bet not. I'm gonna get out fast as hell. Let's see how they did you. They bullshit you.
0. They ain't give me nothing, bro. Yeah. You threw the headphones.
Say, I ain't gonna even get no fucking word.
He said post
I
the
ain't
cash
gonna get
apps again. He said post it again. They ain't do nothing though.
I don't even
It's like you don't deserve nothing, player.
7 hours worth of work, full education, not $1. Hey, it's all good, bro. Hey, life ain't fair. Life ain't fair. It's all good. Somebody go come through for the homie. I don't even feel right on that type of shit, bro. For real. But I say this though, man. I appreciate it, man. And we can rock again tomorrow, bro. And this time we're gonna be talking about these other topics.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's
what kind
go.
of
I mean, this should be case closed. I don't want to talk
that's
about
case
Chris Murray
closed.
no more because I think I proved
Nah,
my
you can
point
fight
with
this
that.
fight again, bro.
Yeah, I probably will, but
It's
no, the unfortunate thing is I just want to say this real quick. We keep cannibalizing players that I think you can build around, or you can not build around, but build with.
say that
You know what
again,
I'm saying?
bro. Can you slow down and say that
Cannibalize
one more
when we chase them out of here like they bums, and they don't want to play here because they hate us.
right?
Because we talk so crazy about them. Where at the end of the day, yeah, did Kenneth Murray play whatever way got him here? Yeah, whatever way his career was that got him here, I understand. But since he's been here, he has not played half as bad as people been making it out to be. I've seen Roquan Smith and Fred Warner get beat for 60, 70-yard runs in life. We've done that to them. I've seen Fred Warner get destroyed by Tony Pollard for an entire game. You remember that game Tony Pollard had against the 49ers?
Yeah.
He was running that Fred Warner all game. Remember the game Tony Pollard had against Chicago in 2022? He was doing that against Roquan Smith. Were they trash? But he was doing that right at him. Not was he in the right gap? Was he? No, he running right at you and juking you out your socks. But you live to play another game, and we don't. They fan base didn't cannibalize them when they missed the play. You know what I'm saying? George Pickens is making all kinds of guys look bad every week. You know what I mean? Cooper DeJean and all those guys look like trash against him, right? Are they trash though? Because they got beat by him? No. But when we get a guy beat, we destroy him.
Yeah.
Until the next week. Like even right now, people talking like, GP, do we want GP back type conversation.
I swear to God.
It's like we be too quick to turn into losers. Like we be like, get out of it.
Get out of here.
It's like, you ever dated somebody who has been through a lot of trauma. As soon as they see any sign of new trauma, they out. Right. They running because they don't want it.
Yeah.
That's how our fan base is. We got PTSD.
Right.
As soon as we see something bad, we throw all the tickets away. When we lose one game, I see guys in the beginning of the season until we start talking them off the cliff. They was like talking about the draft after week 4.
I swear.
Guys was like, let's get into the draft. And then when Quentin Williams got here, they like, oh, we can win a Super Bowl. So we go highs and low. It's like it's
not enough
chaotic as a fan base.
Yeah. You can't.
It's even hard for me. I'm a Cowboy fan and I don't like how we move. And I'm a Cowboy fan. I don't like how we move towards our own players. I live in Philadelphia, which is a unique perspective. They cherish their team and most of the players on it. You know what I'm saying? Until you start truly screwing up for real, then they start throwing rocks at your house. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
But we'll do that as soon you have one bad play or one bad game, we off you immediately as a Cowboy fan base, and then I got to keep talking people back into the positive plays that they have. And I think that's the problem. The only problem I have with how active our fan community is as creators. We get into it and we say things. Sometimes you got to take the analyst hat off and let people know I'm just a fan right now. On Sundays when I'm talking trash on Twitter, don't take me personal when I'm talking about a player. I'm just emotional because I'm watching the game just like y'all.
Right.
On Monday, that's why they call it Monday morning quarterback, or hindsight is 2020, man. On Monday, Tuesday, and the rest of the week, I'm watching film over and over again, and I'm correcting myself and I'm correcting everything else that's out there. So a lot of our content creators get into the emotionalism of it and they don't correct it, and then they don't realize like people are relying on us to say things or to think a certain way about players or about the team because they're looking
we
for us for
shaping them.
information,
Right.
and we're shaping it in a way where now we got guys looking at George Pickens like he's lazy. And I got mad about that because the game when y'all said he was lazy, he was double teamed the last 2 games. Y'all say he's running lazy routes. Guess what? George Pickens run lazy routes on every game. You know why?
I swear
He don't run fast.
I swear.
He runs slow.
Yeah,
to get you to run slow.
Say
and then he'll get out of the break fast as hell. He accelerates.
And you know what you call it? Steve Smith called it galloping.
Yes. He'll start off the route or the release very slow because it lulls the defensive back to sleep, thinking that I'm tracking his true speed. That's not his true speed because he's not running full speed.
Right.
And then when he gets to the top of his break, he'll suddenly cut full speed. And now he creates separation automatically while running slow as hell. Like, you ever ask how the hell he doing that?
Yeah.
He's doing it because he don't run fast on purpose.
Right.
So when the ball not going to him and he's doing that, and he double teamed, the ball ain't going to him. Now he just ran. You know, he ain't running full speed. He knows he's double teamed. No matter which way he accelerates, he's bracketed. He's not gonna get the ball in those occasions. You know what I'm saying? And when he knows that, we looking at it in a negative light. But the reason in that Detroit game, you got Flournoy that can get in the game and get 100+ yards. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb that had 100+ yards before the half. Why do you think that is? Because they double teaming George Pickens. So his presence on the field still had an effect, even in that Detroit game that y'all said he was lazy in. Yeah. He is the reason those other 2 guys went over 100 yards.
Right. And see, like it's called having a plan sometime too as a receiver. You set up DBs. Cole Beasley used to do it all the time too, where on running plays he'll basically all game look like when it's running play, I come off the ball slow. Then he'll do the exact same thing, come off the ball slow, and then be a pass, and you'll look back in the quarterback thinking it's run, and he'll take off on you, right? It's a plan as well. It's chess out there sometimes, you know?
Exactly.
And the thing about Pickens, and I know you looked at this too, AKOYE,
Thanks, Angie.
That I saw via the film. He did that literally every game.
Yep.
Every game. And what AKOYE does and what I do is we try to show y'all. And so that's the honest to God reason I changed my name from Boss Cowboy to Boss Showman. Because I honest to God realized that my style of content is more AKOYE than anybody. You see what I'm saying? Because before I would show me, he was always proving with the film. I'm a documentation guy. So it's like, now make your brand the more what you are. I'm like AKOYE. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we don't do this for likes. We don't do this to be contrary. We do this because it's the truth. And this is what the film has brought us to. So, and what we fighting to do is we trying to make evidence back popular. Because right now, gossip, emotions, blame, and being angry and being mob oriented, that's what's popular. Where they can just defame Mozzie with no evidence. They can just say Zeke is out. Not just that Zeke lost a step. Y'all took it all the way to washed.
Yeah.
And said it comfortably.
Even with that conversation, it was like, yo, nobody, just like we're not saying Kenneth Murray is an all-pro, nobody was saying that Zeke Elliott was his rookie Zeke.
No.
We said you can put another back in front of him like Rico, and use Zeke in short yardage, and you'll be just fine in the goal line. That's what we said.
Yeah.
You could use him. He was still a viable option with the offensive line in the goal line because his last year here, he still had like 12 touchdowns last year here before that, right?
Right.
So
and 1,000 yards.
Yeah. So we said that, and people were like, oh, you said Zeke wasn't washed. Listen, you know, the way the fan base is, right? Jerome Bettis would have never had that Super Bowl. He had y'all as fans because he was washed long before he was he got the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 3 down years.
I think that you can play with players that still got the heart to bleed silver and blue. In my opinion, when I see that, I didn't have a problem with Jason Witten retiring late and coming back here. Right? I didn't have a problem with Emmitt Smith being here as long as he was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a problem with Jerry Rice and was it Tim Brown playing late to their careers because they still loved football and they still was giving it their all when they was out there. I didn't have a problem with Larry Fitzgerald, but so why would I have a problem with Dez or you know what I'm saying, Zeke and so on? I don't look at those players that way because they already did enough for the star for me to say, listen, if they got a roster spot and we can find a use for them, I don't got a problem with them being here. That's what those arguments were about. But people turn this into, you know, a popularity contest, but then they don't even have an answer for what they want to do in its stead. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we'll be ready to fire players. Let's fire Brian Schottenheimer, fire everybody. That's the answer for everything with no answer for what you're going to put in its place when you get some sort of continuity, man. So as long as we're thinking like that, we'll never have anything. You know what I mean? Because every time you draw up a blueprint, you burn it, you rip it up, you ball it up and start over. You ain't going to build no house.
Man, y'all better be listening, man. Say, let me go and get my final word. That was amazing, homie. So we supposed to be coming back tomorrow. It's gonna be a totally different show.
I'm game.
It might be evidence-based. You never know how we might do. We might talk on the phone and be another evidence show. This was an evidence show. Yeah, but tomorrow I want it to be more of a football show, kind of future talk, competition talk, evaluation as we got our last 3 games talk. Where we gonna start digging into these guys. I want to talk tight end with you. It's a lot of stuff I want to talk Bob with my boy AKOYE with. So he promised he gonna be back. He got the time. I'm gonna hold you to it. Okay. I'm gonna hold you to
law too, so we might bring Law on the show so we can do it all at once instead of having to do 2 shows.
That'd be perfect. And that'd be perfect if Law can make it. That'd be amazing. So this is my final word, man. I really do want what my boy has always been to become the new normal sports. That's a very hard and like mountain to climb because sports is sensational.
Mm-hmm.
It's sensational now. It's shock jockey.
Yeah.
And it's and most fans not of their own fault are casual because they usually never really came up in the sport or played it, but they still love it. But they can be subject to groupthink. So that's why
Sadiqa send us another cash app. Thanks, Sadiqa.
Thank you, Sadiqa. Thank you. Now we appreciate that. I greatly do. And I agree. So that's why we named this show Evidence Over Groupthink, because AKOYE and I are going to continue to try to push what's not popular.
Right.
What's slowing down and seeing it truly, that's not popular. So we going uphill, but we see that y'all want it. I see y'all keep asking for the cash app, so I'm gonna do it again. And we really appreciate this, man, because listen, y'all, I mean this. I know I sound like a televangelist, but I mean this. When somebody put in 7 hours worth of work and
that's
review,
that's not this week. That's just yesterday. This week I'm up 20 something already since Saturday.
Yeah,
and that's what I don't know if y'all watched that GP. I can't even put it up here. They might strike that because of the soundtrack that's on it. But on Twitter, I put a GP hype video up. Yeah, I put a hype video up for him. That took me some hours.
Yeah,
But I've been working. Just like doing this, man. I don't watch TV, so I sit and watch the film. I enjoy it. Like, I really do. So I'll just be sharing with y'all what I'm doing by myself anyway. I don't watch the film because I'm trying to impress none of y'all. It's like I get up when we go live. I got all y'all. I can call. You'll jump on with me. I can jump on with you to talk to somebody live. I jump on my live and just talk to myself. I talk to the chat, and I'll be chilling, because I'll be working while I'm doing it. So this is really what I like to do in my spare time. It's not, I'm not doing it for an agenda. I'm not trying to paint a narrative. I'm really just working, and I like it. You know what I mean? So
it's a passion for you, bro. Listen, and you can't do the level of, it's not even just the film breakdown, it's all the illustrations. And see, because I edit, bro. I edit. And I hate editing, bro.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I hate editing, bro. And to see all the extra work, the extra arrows, the extra pinch clips and showing how they're gonna,
bro. You know why I do that though? Because when I started, I even with the Dez video, it was none of that, right? People start saying, well, no, it was this. Then I said, then they started the Dez Bryant can't run routes conversation. I was like, all right, well, now I'm going to run every route and I'm going to show you the routes. You know what I'm saying? So I had to keep progressing because if they say if you what they say if you walk on water, they'll tell you it's because you can't swim. You know what I'm saying? Everything I say is like they give me a counter. They're like, oh no, that's because of this. And I'm like, well, all right. And now I gotta prove that. So now I'm making so that anybody who watching the film, you should be able to understand what we're looking at. So I don't gotta speak no mansplaining, no football jargon. You should understand exactly what we're looking at, and you should learn the game based off what we're watching, because that's what we're here to do, teach it, and teach it to a level where you can enjoy it more when you're watching it live, because you know what everybody doing.
You know what everybody doing. I gave my final word. What's yours?
Man, my final word is this, man. Just, understand that although I ain't played in the NFL, neither has Boss, right? When you put the time in and you do this type of work, right? And someone comes to me to do film, like if I'm doing some film, if you know me, you know that I'm not doing it to lie or dissuade anybody in any way, shape, or form. So I'm just tired of arguing with clients. I call them clients, with fans who think that, I'm not looking at something correctly. And if I'm not, I would like people to kind of show me plays that they want me to look at or games that they want me to look at, and I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I do too much arguing with individuals that I know I'm trying to help. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here to help. I'm not here to argue. I'm not a shock jock content creator. I talk how I talk because that's the way I am. I'm rough around the edges. I'm from Philly, but I'm not here for none of that. When I'm on Twitter, I'm talking trash because y'all talking trash. But when I do content and I sit down and break down film, I'm not doing it for sensationalism. I'm doing it by the book. Every time. I don't play and I don't cherry pick. And I show you everything that a player is doing. And I hope that one day y'all start to respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it, obviously to argue, even though my Twitter persona may give you that understanding that I am with the shits. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. But appreciate y'all, man. And I appreciate you, Boss, for jumping on, man. That's my final word.
Where can they find you?
Oh, AKOYE Media on, for football, all things football. If you're into boxing, I am a professional boxing coach. I coach pro boxers. I do a boxing analysis as well. And I have a channel called AKOYE Knows Boxing on YouTube. Make sure you follow that as well. I'm growing there too. So I wanted to separate the boxing and the football content so that you guys can kind of go for what you know and what you want. You know what I mean? But, you guys see me around. Shout out to Gillian Wallow as well. We're doing another knockout party on Friday. I'm not promoting this one, but I will be in attendance. So make sure you guys watch it. You might see me front row somewhere, man. But I look forward to it, and I appreciate y'all.